All right, welcome back to another episode of the Top of Off Cricket Podcast. I am your host, Kevin Henry, and with me tonight, I only got Sam. Walter taking care of family business tonight. The two of us gonna take it. At this moment, Justin Graves is on the cusp of a second Test century. I really like his patience so far. But before we get into all of that, Sam, I ran a little stats today for Shai Hope since he's came back into the team from the Australian series, and he's averaging just about 40. So what I've done is I've discounted Shai Hope's career
Before,
before that, right? And we're working from here now
mm,
because this is one of the decisions that Darren Sammy has gotten right.
right,
Right? This is one of the, and you have to give him his flowers for that one. This is one that has worked, right? Two
yeah,
centuries, one half century in 6 Test matches, an average of just about 40. Matter of fact, back-to-back hundreds in 2 Test matches, right? And you would like to think that with all the experience that Shai Hope has garnered over the years playing one-day cricket, people say he has a problem with the swinging ball. Once the white ball stops swinging, that's because that's the reason he makes a lot of runs in one-day cricket. But I personally think he has grown as a batsman, right?
mm,
That's what I think, and that's what you're seeing right now. That's what you saw in India. You saw glimpses of it against Australia on those difficult pitches against Mitchell Stark and company. But what you saw in India and what you're seeing here now is the growth of Shai Hope. And I don't know if you were thinking along the same lines.
Well, for me, I think it's best to just go with what he himself said
Mm,
because he has shared those sentiments about, you know, I think it's in one of the interviews, was it yesterday? Where he spoke to that look, he's better adjusted,
yeah,
right? Much more comfortable. And even the commentators, I think, or maybe it's the commentators I'm recalling, but the point is you're correct. You're correct, right? He's now more mature in his game. And of course, you're right about this year. I mean, I can tell you the stats. 2015 all the way to 2025. 2017 is the year he had the highest average. And
yeah.
we all understand why.
In that series against England, I think he averaged 75 or something of the sort.
So for the year, because one of the matches in one of those hundreds was not, he was not out,
Yeah,
right?
he
I
was
think
knocked out. The
he
second
was not
innings
out.
against
Good.
England
So
in 2017, he was
right.
knocked
So
out.
that wouldn't
180 knocked out.
correct. So yeah, for that year, he had a 45.47. That's the highest average he's had for any single calendar
Yeah,
year. And then for this year now, he's at 39.58,
yeah.
right? Prior to, if you look at the other years, the highest would be 20.33. So based on those numbers,
And
you
then
know,
there was some stats ran by the analysts that's working with the commentary team because they were the issue came up about Tevin Imlach and his
mhm,
great glove work, but
right,
in 8 innings he hasn't really kicked on like we know he can with the bat, right? So
right.
they Bishop is saying, he's got to do something. I personally think you've got to give Imlach a little bit more time, right? You've got to afford him a
Mhm,
little bit more time. I personally, based on where he bats, you've got to afford him
yeah,
a little bit more time, a little bit more patience. I don't have the same thought about Alec Atenez, right? I don't have
mhm,
that same thought, and we'll get into that in a little bit. But yeah, but they were talking about Shai Hope and his average of 18 with the gloves. Whenever he's kept wicket
mhm.
for West Indies, he's only averaged 18, and which is one of the reasons why I've always been saying I don't like it. I never crunch the numbers, but I don't like it whenever he has to keep because that puts added pressure on him, right? Especially if you're going to ask him to bat in at 4 or 5, even
Yes.
6.
Yep. And in fact, I think it was either earlier today or probably last night, I was actually, that very thought crossed my mind to say, how has he done
As the
when he
wicketkeeper.
doesn't have to keep?
Yeah.
And not only now, like for example, if you go back to England in 2017, you go back to Leeds,
Yeah.
he wasn't keeping
He
then.
wasn't
It
the
was
keeper.
what, Dowrich or
Yeah,
some
Dowrich was the keeper. Yeah.
at that point,
Mm-hmm.
right? And so if we look at the last few matches, he hasn't kept, going back to India, right? So we've had what, a 36, 103, 56, a 140, right? Because he did keep in Ahmedabad, yes?
Yes, he kept in the first test in India.
Right. And then King
Didn't
was
keep in the
dropped in
second
that.
match. And
Correct.
look what happened.
Imlach. There you go.
Rattler for
So
100, come back 8, Rattler for half century, Rattler for 100, which brings
yeah.
me to the fact that I didn't like his mode of dismissal today. Right?
I missed it. I didn't see it.
Yeah, he got out to the same sharp ball plan and got a tick edge down the leg side, and he was caught for 2 reasons, right? You know the match situation.
Right.
It requires you and Justin Graves to bat. There was nothing else that New Zealand could have done to get him out. Right? It didn't look like it, right?
Yeah.
So it was like his wicket was bought. Essentially, it was a average sharp ball way down the leg side that he tried to do what he did successfully yesterday. But I thought today, what he did yesterday wasn't required today, trying to play that shot down, that pull shot down the leg side. You could have put that away, right? And bat time. Because here's the other reason. Hold on, sir. Here's the other reason why. He needed to bat until about just after tea.
just after tea, Wally?
Yeah, just after tea. I'm just saying, just after tea.
I hear you. But after the end of day's play, I think it was, and he was asked about, what he expects for day 5, and he's like, well, he's going for the win.
And I can guarantee you, because right now it doesn't look like they can get rid of Justin Graves. His bat is as broad as the damn pitch. Both of them. You understand? So that's what I'm saying. When I talk about
I hear you,
getting desperate and getting greedy, these are the things that I'm talking about, right? This is the other side of the kind of Shai Hope that I wanted Shai to at the minimum rack up a 275. Because I think that's what it would have required for us to win this game. This game was winnable, especially with New Zealand to pull us down. The spinners ain't troubling nobody.
Right.
The Pacers they were right at that point when he got himself out. That would have probably been Duffy's last over and Folks' last over. But the fact of the matter that they got out, the two of them continued and they picked up Imlach's wicket. Right? So because like we always say, 1 ring 2.
Right.
So that
but the Bajan posse is still there, I think earlier tonight.
Roach is batting well.
Yeah. Before I had to skip out for a bit, and while on the road I was able to catch a piece of action at the place that we stopped at. But I recall Bishop and the other commentator, I don't recall who it was that was in the booth with him at the time, making a point we would have made some time back about, because of how our cricket is in the Caribbean. Man from Barbados, man from Jamaica, man from Guyana, what have you. Greaves and Shai Hope are close.
Yeah.
Right? we know they're from Barbados, but beyond that, they're close.
Yeah, they're close
I
friends.
think
Yeah.
they went to primary school together, the same,
They're about the same
so
age,
they've been
actually.
in
Yeah.
this.
They've been
There you
doing this
go.
for a long time.
Right. So I think I seem to recall Bishop saying that they went to the same primary school together or something like that. But the point is, I'm always happy when, yes, you have two countrymen. We're not being insular here,
No.
but there's something there for two people who know each other, right? And they can, that communication can be so good. They can support. You see, you're watching your countryman down there and you say, nah, boy, something off here. And you can go down and say, listen, what? I know this is not you. Whatever you're thinking right now, forget about it. Here's what you need to do to bring back the old Shai Hope or the old Justin Greaves or something. So it matters,
Intimate
right?
knowledge of each
I'm
other, man.
sorry Imlak went.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm
Intimate
sorry
knowledge.
Imlak went, but this pair here reminds me of Antigua when Bangladesh were here, right?
Yeah.
When two young men got 90s, I ain't gonna call the name.
Yeah.
Right.
And this man stand up
And
and make 100.
Roach and Grease stand up.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Anyways, so moving on, the Shai Hope issue. I mean, we wanted him to bat longer because I realistically think we have a chance to win this game, or had a chance, a realistic
at least
chance.
right.
Yeah.
At least right. Yeah.
So Darren Sammy has got to take a stance right now where Alec Athanaze is concerned. And here's why I'm saying that. The manner of dismissal, and we've always been talking about Athanaze and the manner of his dismissals, right? There's no doubt the young man has some talent, but the way, it's like he finds ways of getting himself out. The bowler doesn't get him out. He gets himself out, right? And I'm of the opinion that Sammy has to make a call on him. You have Kavem Hodge, you got Brandon King. You've got to make a decision. Because he doesn't look, and even when he played in that warm-up match, he didn't look like he was settled. I think of all the top order batsmen, he got the lowest score. You understand? I think he made was it 25 or something at the start? Everybody else looked
but
like
everybody else,
looked the part, right? And when I saw how he got out, I was like, this doesn't bode well, especially if he's going to be included in the 11. And I knew Sammy would have included him in the 11. But I think right now, based on how he looked in this match, he struggled. He struggled royally, right? He's not trusting his technique. And I honestly think Sammy has to take him out of the limelight. You're either going to give you should give Brandon King the chance up top there. I think King this is an environment for King right now. I think this is an environment for King right now. Yes, we know his susceptibility to the ball moving away outside off. But I also think King has based on his technique that he has and how he plays, he's more likely to succeed rather than what's his name, than Athanaze, based on how he plays.
Plus, he's a right-hander.
Yeah.
Because one of the things about the batters up at the top is left.
We got three left-handers up at the top right now,
Yeah, so mixing it up would be good. Of course, beyond King, I when I asked you and Walter that question the other night about leaving out one of the fast bowlers and who you would bring in, the unanimous position was Hodge, which I think is a no-brainer too. So
it is.
Hodge and King into the side for the second test. I'm fine with that. We'll be leaving out Lane, I'm guessing.
Yes.
Or Lane.
Yes. Johan Lane, you got your experience. Your test match experience on tour. You got one in India. You got one in New Zealand. I personally think is great for the young man, but OJ Shields look more of a wicket taking bowler than Lane is. He looks more of a threat, even though there is some things for him to work out between now and the 10th of December in terms of packaging his lines and lengths. But there's more wicket taking deliveries from him. You understand? I can see him picking up 3-4 wickets in an innings. I don't see Lane doing that. Lane is either short, full, wide, nothing that and it's all over the place, right? And there's nothing against the young man. I just think these opportunities are coming a bit too early for him. It's just a little bit too early for him, right? There's a bit of a maturity problem there.
Which brings us to the other question, though. I know people would want to see Anderson Phillip on. If we're gonna bring in Hodge and King, it means you're sacrificing,
Because here's the problem.
There. Yeah.
The batting lineup needs to be longer.
No, I think that's clear.
Right? It is clear. It needs
that
to
much
be
is
longer.
clear right now.
Because even if you I wouldn't be afraid to even tell OJ Shields, all right, cool, we're gonna cool you down, we're gonna bring Anderson Phillip. Right? I go with Phillip, Roach, and Jaden Seals. Here are my reasons. Anderson Phillip is going to give me more consistency in lines and length, and he offers me a longer batting lineup because he can actually bat. You understand? So now you're batting to number 10. You're batting all the way to number 10 now. So that is that I would go there. I wouldn't have a problem with that. As it stands, well, we lost 2 wickets this morning for 86 runs. Because we started the day at 212. 212 for 4. Last Shai Hope. I'm still a bit upset about that. When you get to this stage, you got to take something good to get you out. And I think he would want that back. I honestly think Shai Hope would want that back. Right? Well, Roach, are we going to wrap up on this note here? Roach and Graves at the crease, what are you looking for? What to them is you buy them? That's why I asked you the question. What to them is you buy them?
Just grind it out.
Yeah.
Grind it out and patient, because after this, as we always say on this show, don't leave it for the next man, right?
Yeah, don't leave it for the next man.
And look, the both of them has got to go out there knowing that, look, any reasonable West Indian cricket fan, right, cannot be overly upset. Yes, we are upset with,
by the way,
certain decision making. Sorry?
Graves has gotten to his 100.
He's gotten to it, right?
Yes.
Good. So we were upset with drop catches, right? Ravindra, for example, and him going on to do whatever. There are moments in the game that we can be upset about.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. West Indies are playing New Zealand at Christchurch on day 5.
On day 5.
On day 5. And not the morning of day 5. We pass lunch at day 5.
Yeah.
So Roach and Greaves need to go out there and look.
We've gotten this far.
Well, yeah. And we're still in the fight.
Yeah.
But let's see.
The way how it looks right now is going to take something special to get Greaves out. Is going to take something special to get Roach out. And I want them to remember that. You understand? I want the two of them to remember that. Make the New Zealand bowlers toil. Make them go for come back for spells. You understand? A little bit of self-belief required here. Make them come back for different spells. Make them win. If they're going to win this game,
Right.
make them win the game that way. Right?
Yeah.
They must fight for it. Every ounce. It mustn't just be, oh, 1, 2, 3, and then, 2 overs down the line. We no. Take this thing past T and see how far it goes.
Exactly.
A little bit of belief.
Yeah.
Anyway, Sam.
Definitely.
We're gonna go back and catch the post-lunch session. Hopefully Justin Greaves is still there at tea time. We're still watching this game after 10 tonight. It's Friday night. I'm looking forward to a nice long watch.
We might have to apologize to stay on.
Yeah, we might gotta apologize to stay on too. Anyways, fans, get in the comments.
All right, cool.
We're gonna chop it up there.
Yeah, man.
Like, share, comment. You know the works. Catch y'all later. Top of all.
Right.